Hi, I'm Kylie de la Cruz, and I'm a teacher with the Cloud Project. In this short video, I'm going to be talking about apple picking. It's a fun fall activity, and we're going to look at how it affects the environment. Now, here are some vocabulary words that you'll see throughout the video: supply chain, cold storage, and receiving. Even though some of our other videos have covered supply chain and cold storage, we're going to see another example of how these words apply to the world. Apple picking season is typically during September and October, and people flock to local farms to harvest their apples fresh from the tree. This leads us to our first point, which is that by getting your apples from local farms, you're reducing the need for cold storage. Cold storage is refrigeration that is used to keep fruits and vegetables fresh before they are put on grocery store shelves. This uses a lot of electricity and causes harmful chemicals to leak into the environment. Additionally, grocery store apples may look fresh, but they are kept in cold storage for up to one whole year before you buy them. Another benefit of apple orchards and trees in general is that they are major carbon absorbers. They are responsible for taking CO2 out of the air and replacing it with the oxygen that we need to stay alive. According to a study on New York apple orchards, an acre of apple trees absorbs 20 tons of CO2 and produces 15 tons of oxygen each fall. That's the equivalent of 4 cars worth of carbon dioxide. Finally, apple picking supports local farms. The apple industry is very dependent on the looks of an apple. If an apple is ugly, it won't make it to supermarkets and will not be as valuable. As a result, these apples go into cider making or applesauce. You are helping the apple farms make some extra money by picking the apples yourselves, whether they have blemishes or not. This also reduces the need for labor and shortens the supply chain. A supply chain is the series of places and steps that a product, like an apple, goes through to get from the farm to you. By picking your own apples, you shorten the supply chain and get the fruit directly from the source. This cuts down on carbon emissions from the trucks that would otherwise need to transport the fruit to the store. Okay, now we're going to answer 3 questions about this lesson. Number 1. Grocery store apples require electricity through a form of storage to keep them fresh. What method is this? Take a moment to think about this and pause the video. The answer is cold storage. Remember, this is refrigeration that your fruits and vegetables go through before they hit grocery shelves. Number 2. See if you can answer this question. What greenhouse gas do apple orchards absorb? The answer is carbon dioxide or CO2. Trees use CO2 to make food for themselves. This is our last question. How does the activity of apple picking affect the supply chain, or how the apples get from the farm to your table? The answer is that it shortens the supply chain. You get your fruit directly from the source. Good job. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. If you did, or if you learned something new, consider liking this video or subscribing to the Cloud Project. See you next time.